I struggle with the block shot, which ended up knocking me off the tour, and many of my students struggle with the block shot where the face is wide open, and for a right-handed golfer we hit the ball to the right. You can see this tee that I have here with the alignment rod and the shaft of the club. So that's forming kind of a tee. If our rotations get ahead of the club, look at the way the tee looks now. Now the club is way behind this tee. And when that happens, see, it's not straight up and down. The shaft should be here where that orange line is. That's going to lead to the face being open, turning early. So you really want to work on the opposite of that, where you feel like you're going to make the tee go the other way or let the club head swing past the chest and the hip. So you can see now the tee is the other direction than when the chest gets ahead of the arms and hands. That's going to help you square the club face and get rid of the block shot. So we can look at this checklist either direction. We can start at address and move to impact, or we can start at impact and go the opposite way. So if we start at address, are the hips square at impact? That's going to have a huge effect over you being able to turn that trail hip on the backswing and not sway. So that's going to have a huge impact over being able to turn the right hip and not move off the ball too much. Now the next one is slotting this club. So from here, when I get to the top of my swing, if I get the deep turn with the right hip, this makes it easier for the club to slot and come down here. And we're going to see here's the club slotting. There's the club slotting. And then now we've got to make sure, and this is a drill where we set up with the feet closed and the feet twisted away from the target. Now we want to feel that chest staying closed and pointing back here and getting this club to swing past us with our arms, hands, and wrist, and then that pulls us around to the finish. Now if we look at it backwards from impact, did I keep my back at the target long enough and slot the club? If that didn't fix it, did I get a deep enough turn on the backswing with the right hip? If that doesn't fix it, you're still blocking it. Were my hips square at address? And if anything, you could close your stance, which helps get the hips more square. Here's another checkpoint for an upper core player. Look at my arm on the left. I'm trying to lean my arm back this way. I can't. I don't have that much external rotation in my right arm. Look at my arm. So if that's what you do, there's a good chance you're an upper core player. I've got to lean backwards to get more angle on the right, and a low core player would have even more. So that upper core player isn't going to have a whole lot. Mid core have more, and the low core player have the most. For more information, please visit my website, LarryRinker.com.